the upper right, our Brady Protoss. He is.
GSL Green Wings SOS. Kim Yujin.
I thought you said our Brady Protoss. Like, what?
The Brady Bunch.
Here's a story
It's
of a lovely
Protoss. In the upper left, we have our Zerg player. Very deadly. He is.
Samsung Galaxy can shine. Lee Young-han.
How does the Brady Bunch song go? There's his
who was mining gas with 3 very lovely little probes.
Little probes. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere. Oh, wait,
they were all alone.
That's not how the song
The
goes.
Brady probes.
Like
the Brady probes.
I don't know. That song's actually that show's before our time.
I watched that as a child.
Yeah, but I mean, that was like before I even. I don't know. I mean, you were like really young, right? That was like
it was on
before
like Nick
school.
at Night or something.
Yeah,
I
Nick
don't
at
know.
Night. Like it's all these shows. You're like, why
I
is
can't
it called
quite
Nick
remember.
at Night? Like, why is I Love Genie or whatever like a good show? I don't understand this.
I don't know. I liked
Nick at
those shows as a little kid.
I liked like Ren and Stimpy and stuff, but that came way after Nick at Night.
You know what cartoon I loved as a child? Gummy Bears.
Gummy Bears.
Bouncing here and there and everywhere. Yeah.
They're the Gummy Bears.
Yeah.
Are they related all to the actual food Gummy Bears? Or did that sugar mogul sue them into the dirt and take all their money? Because that show's not around anymore.
Did you eat the Gummy Bears?
As a kid?
Yeah.
I had like a teacher that would give them out as treats, like Jolly Ranchers or Gummy Bears.
That's murder, tasteless.
It is, man. Hits a crack. I mean, it just depended on, what the subject matter was, but,
Oh, my.
Gummy Boys, seriously, what happened to the Gummy Bears show?
I don't know. Went away eventually. By the way, we do have the gold base.
Like, I don't know, you buffoon. I brought up the show, but you talk about it. I don't know.
So why you talking about
I totally don't care.
All right, the gold base has been taken here by Shine.
Yeah, and SOS is going for one base play.
Yeah, we'll see what he does with this. Whether he just wants to fast expand or maybe some crazy all-in. I kind of doubt that.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's actually a lot of crazy all-ins you can do after you get the gold, too. You have a lot of minerals coming in there. You could support a lot of roaches.
I think that it's very likely that Shine will do one of these. Like, just make a bunch of roaches and lings and try to break whatever SOS does. Sounds very shiny.
Hello. Let's see if we can keep this probe alive.
Let's see this dance, SOS.
Come at me, bro.
That mineral, imagine that's a rose tasteless in his mouth.
Oh my god! Okay,
I want to point out that Parting would have saved that probe.
Parting would have saved that probe.
He would have saved that probe, and then this would have gone over and killed both the queens that are making.
Parting would have saved that probe as it parkoured over the assimilator, or the refinery.
That's true. He would have kited the Zerglings with the probe and beaten them.
Yeah.
And his mothership core would have been moving the whole time.
Yeah, it would have never stopped.
It
would have actually been wave dashing over across the map in the space.
Indeed. Now, this scouts the Robo. There is... This game, already both players know exactly what this game is looking like. Like, there's still maybe a question what exactly Shine is going to do to try to stop this, but this is going to be an Immortal all-in. And the fact that you can see only one gas taken, this is going to be the Immortal Zealot all-in, specifically the one that we saw Parting do.
Yeah, and this is a rush that you don't really get a sentry of that expansion over there, I believe, to hold that entrance at all. So it's just very quick Immortal at the start.
You don't have a lot of gas with this build, that's for sure.
Oh, he's actually going to Warp Prism first.
Could have a Warp Prism and a couple Immortals with this.
Here come the probes to the gold base. And just like I was saying, the Zerg has some rushes he can do once he has the gold base done. Protoss is the same thing.
Yeah, it's a super powerful rush from the Protoss side. And we do have these Zerglings coming up. Gonna poke in a little bit. Does have to use his Nexus Cannon. And you know what? That's a small victory actually for Shine. Force that Nexus Cannon now. That's one less time warp against his roaches when there's all Zealots and Immortals.
And it's really important with those Immortals that you get the good time warps up so you can really target down like roaches, for instance, trying to retreat. Or anything else. Lang's now coming back here. He spots the Zealots coming in.
He's going to still warp those in, be able to deal with these Lings.
Nice pickup. I didn't realize he actually got that one down there.
Well,
okay, he's got to be careful not to lose this. They could get pinned between the two queens.
If he lost that Warp Prism, man, that would be like the worst thing ever.
Well, I'm sure there's things worse in the world than that, Artosis, but it would be pretty bad.
Probably not, Tasteless. I've watched a lot of movies and television, and I gotta say that would be about the worst.
Now, we have, I believe, what's going to be the beginning of the timing here. That second Immortal should be rallied to the other side. There it is. And they should be attacking over here pretty quickly.
Yeah, this is a pretty fearsome push, but we do have speed on the way. We do have roaches popping out, and you know, it's 2 base versus 2 base here. What was it? It was Bill versus Parting that we saw. That was, you know, that crazy game where Parting like won with the most sick micro ever. Now SOS is very good at micro, but this is a completely different situation. The gold base for Shine changes things a lot, and Bill did have 3 bases for a bit there.
All right, the Zlings are simply here to try to delay, to try to buy some time. Zerg's banking up roaches, getting a spine crawler. We have 10 of those roaches, by the way, coming up here, as well as upgrades for them. The Observer here will allow him to clear up the creep, although that shouldn't be too impactful specifically in the beginning of this attack. And the Warp Prism now coming in over here to try to draw back some roaches or Zerglings. But speaking of which, a counterattack here. And you know what? If he gets that one pylon on there, that's going to be an in-control pylon that's left over.
Oh my God.
And he can unpower that, and that might just be game there for SOS.
It definitely could be. You got to build more than one pylon to power your buildings in control. Well, we do have him pushing forward right now against all of these roaches. All those drones actually being pulled as there are zealots in the main base.
It's actually becoming a slugfest here. There are enough roaches to take on those zealots. Just one stalker remaining. Meanwhile, enough roaches here to chase down that Immortal.
Oh my God, he lost his Warp Prism. Or no, he didn't actually.
No, the Warp Prism's fine. He can pick this up.
No! That
He
would
has
have
to pick it up
jumped
in
into
time.
Parting's Warp Prism for sure.
And now...
This is crazy.
These guys are actually both just... This is a beat down on both ends.
Certainly
is. He
is.
get the mothership part?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
That's
he
dead.
is. And meanwhile, the Immortal... Now, see, if this is Parting Artos, he would have had those 2 Immortals picked up and harassing right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Come back here from there, but this is SOS.
Those 2 Immortals would have killed every roach and cured cancer by now if this was Parting, but
most
not the case at the moment. He does have another Immortal that he did pop out. He has mined a bit more gas, so that's good. Able to make a few more tech units, but another little attack coming up, and ooh, he's actually going after this Robo. I think he needs to throw a force field down on that Robo to stop the Lings, but actually it's too late now. He's just going to lose it. Oh, that's painful.
Well, I mean, we could see Parting, or not Parting, no, we don't talk about Parting so much. SOS has, to an extent, gotten back on his feet, but Shine was looking pretty fearsome back there. Let's see what SOS can do next here. Again, more roaches coming up here, and this is the problem. When you don't have those Immortals properly placed there. He is using the Warp Prism to try to bring that back over here and stabilize. But now you can see the roaches are going to come up here. And when this is mostly Zealots, if the Immortals are not there, the roaches do so much damage so quickly. It's really quite scary.
Well, right now, 22 roaches. You know, there's not that many probes out, so I'm like, even though this looked kind of crazy there for a moment, oh my God. Force field here would be, well, actually, that's not the best surface area for these Zealots to attack.
I was going to say, I'm surprised. Well, now you got the Immortals over there.
Now we're starting to see some real value coming out of these Immortals. Still quite a few roaches out.
Here with the roaches again.
Yeah, man. I think that SOS is going to be able to finish this one off.
Yeah, he's proven that, in fact, a little bit of parting is in him.
A little bit of parting in all of us, Tasteless.
I'd say that's not true, or we'd see a lot more better games from some of the Protosses. But definitely in this case with SOS, he's definitely got a little bit of parting in him. So we have the weapons upgrade here, starting now. He could, yeah, I think he could still just come across the map here with his timing.
Well, you know, a couple of Immortals, 20 Zealots, 4 Sentries. If you try to engage anything and force fields go up, you're done. Those Zealots will just tear you apart with the Immortals in the back. Oh, God. Thing is, he can't wait for, you know, this third base to really get up and get mining. He is getting his new Robo down, so maybe he's going to... I wonder what his plan is with that. Okay, he's just starting another Immortal. Now, this could turn into a problem. Okay, he does have an Observer. I'm sorry. I thought he didn't have one for a moment there.
Yeah, he gets that one over there, the natural.
So that's important because we do have burrow and burrow movement now.
But there's no Observer on this right side of the map, right?
No, I don't believe so.
I mean,
yeah.
I doubt that China will
only
actually
got the
go
one.
in because he wouldn't know unless he really was paying close attention and saw the blip. Oh my God, he's going to do it. This is Shine. Oh my God! One Immortal. Oh, what? I just made that's the first time I made that sound in my whole life. Wow. Hallucinated Colossus coming down here.
That is a hell of a lot of roaches, Tasteless.
Yeah.
But you know, those two Immortals are dealing so much damage, you shouldn't even be watching this, you person at home that's watching
this is actually so brutal. Okay, he does get that one that did not pick up, right? Okay, he can only pick up that other one, and he's continuing to make 11 more roaches now. Now, as good as this Immortal is, there's not a lot of backup here.
Well, there's some Zealots for backup, Tasteless. And it looks like he's going to eventually push this back.
Damn, if he had gotten that other Immortal. Think about that one moment where he picked up that Immortal over there and I made that weird sound that sounded like a duck getting stepped on. That was... If that
you would know, too, you step on a lot of ducks.
Every morning after breakfast.
Lure them in with breadcrumbs and then step on them. You are a monster.
I am a monster.
You know what? I don't even... like. It's crazy the things he's doing with these burrow movement roaches, kind of getting up into a position like that. He has so many roaches.
He's really forcing his way in there.
God, that gold base, man. You look at the drone count, and it just tells you something totally different than what you see on the screen because of this gold base that he's had for so long.
Oh, this is pretty sneaky. Or not. Sorry, my bad.
Not so much.
My bad. Turning around now. Observer right-clicked on this roach army. Zerg now making Hydras too.
That's okay, though, because he continues to make his Immortals, and if he continues to afford some sentries, then we might just see one of these like ridiculous attacks with a bunch of Immortals, sentries, and Blink Stalkers against just like a huge mass of Roach Hydra.
Artosis, keep in mind here, he doesn't have that the Warp Prism here with the Immortal at the expansion. So if he were to get up there and just snipe that Immortal, that could make a big difference here. I don't know if he has enough roaches down here now, though.
Oh, nice. Gets clean. But yeah, he does send quite a few units home here to kill that off.
But this push, man, this is 4 Immortals. Now, he looks like what Zerg wants to do is try to go around. And this is probably the Zerg's best bet, is to try to scare the Protoss into going back. Okay, he needs to go back.
Yeah, if he gets caught... Well, I guess if he gets caught in force fields, he burrow movements out of it. So, not too big a deal. But 5 Immortals out right now. 18 Stalkers. Blink is going to be finishing up. Does have those 5 sentries as well to help hold out Hydras.
A dozen Hydras here for the Zerg. These bases are all up and functioning. Protoss is just now starting the 3rd expansion at the natural. Yeah. Just barely out of real efficient force field range. As you said, Artosis, he could burrow and go under it, but of course if you shave off just a roach or two, that's going to help, especially with how quickly the Immortals do damage. Hydra's up here now. This is a situation where Zerg will probably occupy most of the bottom, center and bottom part of the map, in the hopes that Protoss, if he tries to leave, the counterattack is just too much. Now, I do not think he should be attacking into that.
Yeah,
that's
definitely not, I would say.
He should actually back up there. I don't know.
Yeah, if he force fields out the Hydras, that would be such an issue. You know, he's actually just taking his 3rd base, which is really neat. Oh my god.
Whoa.
Okay, well, he's trying to flank from the other side, but the thing is, roaches can't engage us alone because of how many ridiculous Immortals are in there. Look at that. He's got 6 Immortals in this army right now.
Yeah, this is actually really, really scary. More Hydras coming out here. Now, he might have been able to zone this off from the Protoss, though. Keep that in mind. Because even if he throws force fields up, Zerg goes up to the gold.
Oh, and nice force fields going down. I'm going to trap a decent level mount here, but oh, it looks like he's going to actually attack up into the gold during all this.
That's what I was talking about right there. He goes up into the gold, hits hard, and oddly enough, there's nothing at the gold. He's mined that out already.
Yeah, it's mostly just gas.
How funny is that? How funny is that?
Well, a gold base is
I
go
didn't
pretty
even notice
quick.
he had mined that out until he got up there. That's hilarious.
And that was actually not a good attack up in the gold. Oh my god, he's actually blinking forward. Pushing forward now is SOS. Starting to punch through this army. Mostly just Hydras and Queens left. But the army of SOS is just way better here.
I think SOS just pushes across the map. It's funny because Zerg actually mined out the gold too before it even hit that base, which means there was no need to actually hit that at all. You were actually better off trying to get the 2nd or something. Although that's a pretty tall order too.
No, you can't quite get that. The gold is gone for Zerg as well, Tasteless. And his main, basically, it's a terrible position for him, right? I mean, what do you do with just 1 mining base?
Yeah, that's very true. Well, this is probably his best bet, even though it's not going to work that well, is the counterattack. Well, I mean, he's going to go back over here, try to slip up there. I mean, I guess if you unpowered the gates, I guess something's better than nothing in this case, but
Yeah, I mean, if the whole army's over there, you may as well pick off a building.
Take a bite out of it.
Yeah.
The problem is the Protoss army is actually so scary. I mean, for a Roach Hydra army to have to deal with, what is it, 6 or 7 immortals now? Is it 6?
Yeah,
2,
it's
3, 4, 5,
6.
6. Yep.
Looks
6
like he just wants to sit on the 6. 7 is obviously too much to Asus.
Clearly.
You fool.
Well, Zerg is getting another base down here. Again, it's always a little bit more ambiguous for the Protoss right now to know what the supply of the Zerg is. And Zerg is banking up a lot of money to get some mutas. Protoss is also, by the way, only on 1 mining base. The Zerg's about to have 2 mining bases. No, wait a minute.
No, the natural sells minerals. It's
Protoss natural is the only thing that has minerals, but the Zerg is about to have, I believe, a natural with minerals, and then that 4th base with minerals. But as I say that, SOS starts the 4th.
all right, a little bit later, but that's okay. We do have 8 mutas on the way, so that's going to be kind of hard to defend against, but let's not forget he has 2-1 on these Blink Stalkers, so doesn't need as many as you might think to fight against 0-0 mutas. Now he's split up his army a little bit, trying to defend everything. Does scout the mutas the moment they pop, so definitely an important thing. Probably wants to throw a few stalkers over the place.
This game might just normalize from here. I mean, SOS has proven he's very good at this late game play, and also, you know, he is very susceptible to being pulled back into his base, which is usually the sign of a good Protoss player. We see a lot of Protosses push out, then the Zerg counterattacks, and you know, ouch. Ooh. Nicely done. Again, Zerg really low on supply here. Every loss of units, it really hurts. In fact, I'm even surprised he's attacking this right now.
Yeah, it looks like he wants to pick off sentries and immortals if possible. He gets a little bit, but ooh, he gets punished for it pretty hard.
Okay, I think SOS can actually kill him.
Perhaps. These mutas actually catching this Colossus a little bit. Only does a little bit of damage. Going after the Mothership core now. We'll get it. It's a nice little pick off, I guess. But these 10 mutas are not really that impactful to the game.
Well, the problem is the 10 mutas can't do the same or even close to the amount of damage that this army can. It's going to push across the map and shut down all avenues for income for Shine. I mean, that's it, bro.
Yeah, this is a tough army to deal with.
Sorry, Broseph.
Well, let's see. He's making a bunch of lings now. I don't think that's going to do very much. That's for sure.
The mutas are killing probes, though. Let's see. He does have a good army over here, and I didn't think he was going to get his army around this.
He needs to go full base trade. There's just no way for Zerg to win in that.
Is SOS actually turning around? Well, this is really weird.
He is. He's actually afraid of the base trades. But, you know, he's turning around in such a way that, well, he's got so many units there. He's actually totally fine.
I'm actually surprised he turned around because of that exact reason.
I think it's just because he left enough units to kill the hatches, and that's really all he needs to do.
It's a good job there with the Immortals after realizing this is much less of a Roach threat, much more of a Muta-Link threat.
May as well leave them and kill buildings really quickly anyways. And this should be GG coming out of Shine in a moment here.
Yeah, Shine, though, making this a very close series, I gotta say. And SOS also, you know, props to him for being so incredibly cautious. And here, have the drones. Let's just make this as close as humanly possible. Let's do that. GG.
All right.
All right, final match here.
Crazy game.
SOS, patience, slow and steady wins the race right there.
All right. I wonder, is Shine going to choose Way Station?
I say yes. I say he does go Way Station.
I think it's either Way Station or, I mean, he could go for Overgrowth. You know, that's obviously a map that Zergs have chosen almost every time.
We're going to find out momentarily, see what exactly his pick was. And we have the coach for SOS coming in there, some words of support.
Well, hopefully he can keep SOS calm so he can get into that round of 16.
SOS has had a hard day today, by the way.
Who would you rather see move on here?
Well, I play Protoss, so I like stealing builds and learning from SOS, but I think either player here is great for GSL moving on.
Yeah, they're both very entertaining players to watch, no doubt. I think SOS obviously has like way more fans, but I think Shine is slowly but surely gaining fans.
Well, I think a lot of people can complain and say you're cheesy, but after you've won enough games with it, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, the whole function of these guys being in the tournament is to win. You got to do what wins. Shine style has been proven to win. And match number 3 is going to be on Way Station, map pick of Shine.
Yeah, he is the guy that keeps picking Way Station over and over. I hope he gets the other spots so we can see what his strat is there.
Yeah.
We never got to see his strat on the long spots either, I guess, because he got Cannon Rush and had to Baneling all in. So
again, this is the rematch here.
Indeed it is. SOS winning pretty strongly 2-0 last time. This time a lot closer.
And this will also be our final game today. One player moves on, the other one is eliminated from this season. 1 of 3 here in the GSL Code S. Will it be SOS or will it be Shine? We're going to find out here very soon.